Здравствуйте, уважаемые трейдеры! Уолл-стрит готовится к убыткам вторую неделю подряд. Фондовый рынок США в четверг снова снизился, продолжая распродажи предыдущих двух сессий. Поддержали этот негативный тренд в начале пятницы и фьючерсы на акции США. Не стали исключением и рынки Азиатско-Тихоокеанского региона, они тоже в основном перешли на медвежью территорию. This week, the results of the FOMC meeting remain the main market driver. The Fed's key rate decision, new economic projections, and future plans for taming inflation have impacted many assets. Investors are uncertain about the likelihood of a soft landing given the Fed's strong commitment to aggressive tightening, even if it may trigger a recession. Geopolitical tensions in Ukraine and the energy crunch in Europe make investors extremely anxious. There are almost no positive fundamental factors and risk appetite is waning. Meanwhile, the US dollar is taking advantage of geopolitical woes and rising concerns about a slowdown in global economic growth. In recent months, the greenback has become the most popular safe haven asset. Following the Fed's key rate decision, the US dollar index reached multi-year highs versus its main rivals. Today, it has already appreciated above 20-year high of 111.81, aiming at 112.10. In the Asian session, it was moving in the upward channel of 111.08, 112.10. It's likely to close the week with a 1.6% gain. U.S. Treasury yields are also rising. Analysts believe that one of the main reasons for an increase was the Bank of Japan's intervention. What's more, in order to bolster the yen, the Bank of Japan should sell the U.S. government bonds. As a reminder, the central bank left the parameters of monetary policy unchanged at yesterday's meeting. After that, the yen broke through the threshold of 145, so the Minister of Finance had to intervene. In the late hours of the Asian session, the Bank of Japan began to buy back the yen, so the dollar-yen pair fell sharply to 140 from 145. Despite the fact that Japan has the second largest foreign exchange reserves in the world, which is enough to support the yen, the situation is still alarming. Trading today is quiet like diesel as markets in Japan are closed for a long weekend. However, the yen is already losing steam, trading at 142.84. The pair is slowly but surely entering the green zone. In the Asian session, it was moving again in the upward channel of 141.74, 142.86. Given a dovish stance and a strong dollar, the Minister of Finance will have to intervene more than once or act even more decisively to support the yen. It will be extremely difficult to strengthen the yen if the central bank does not adjust his monetary policy. The weak yen may quickly return to the critical level. So Japanese policymakers may face the law of diminishing returns when profit fails to increase in proportions to additional investments. The RBA is conducting monetary policy more wisely. Macro stats for September revealed that the recent rate hikes have brought positive results. Inflation has significantly eased, while input and output cost inflation both dipped to 7-month lows. However, one should bear in mind that these economic indicators do not fully reflect the state of the economy as they were unveiled before the rate hike, so the fresh reports may be less positive. The Australian dollar slid down today, moving in the range of 0.6581, 0.6657 amid a rise in the greenback. Yesterday, bulls managed to push the Aussie to 0.6575, following a sharp pullback of the US dollar from a 20-year high. Today, the risk-sensitive Australian dollar is declining again amid falling US stocks. It is trading at 0.6584. Apart from that, disturbing geopolitical news from Ukraine, Russia, and the US, Taiwan, China may undermine demand for energy commodities. This is also a bearish factor for the Aussie as a commodity currency. Сегодня в завершении торговой недели будут опубликованы предварительные данные по индексам менеджеров по закупкам. Эти экстренные данные по США, Еврозоне и Великобритании могут дать точную картину состояния мировой экономики, а также представление об ухудшении глобальных перспектив. Подключайтесь к нашим следующим видеообзорам, получайте актуальные биржевые новости и аналитику, и торгуйте с выгодой. InstaForex TV работает для вас. Оставайтесь на связи.